if you are a caregiver and you still have to work, have you ever wondered how you could possibly get help from your employer? Hi, I'm Ros Jones, and in just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you how you can get caregiver support from your employer. Hi, I'm Ros Jones, the CEO and owner of Jacksonville's Best Caregivers, where we provide 4 levels of specialized care to your loved one: sitter, homemaker, companion, home health aide, and certified nursing assistant. When you can't do it all, you give us a call. Today, we're going to talk about the tips on how you can get caregiving support from your employer. As I have talked to you all before about caregiving, I told you that in 2020, we were going to be in a crisis, right? Because so many Americans would need caregiving, and we only had 25% of families that were able to take care of those people that need caregiving services, and the rest didn't have family, didn't have any other way of getting caregiving. Now with the pandemic, that crisis has even increased more. Genworth is a long-term caregiving company, and they did a survey. It's called Consumer Sentiment Survey, found that 41 million family caregivers are struggling to cope with the emotional, physical, financial challenges posed by caring for aging loved ones, creating a new caregiver crisis. Okay, so not only did we already have a crisis, now with the pandemic and staying home and even trying to go back to work, it's created more of a crisis. So what are some of the things that you can do to talk to your employer about getting help? And so these are just some quick tips that I put together for you. And so now, you ready? So here's the first one. Okay, number 1, do your homework. Before you go and talk to your employer, do your homework. Look in your HR manual and see, what is available. You have what's called the FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act, the Family Medical Leave Act. And so that allows you time to go home and take care of your loved one, but your salary would be reduced. You wouldn't get your full salary, and each employer has something different. So do your research before you go and talk to your employer and see what they have in-house. So the first thing you want to look at is the Family Medical Leave Act, FMLA. So that's number 1. Number 2 is set the stage. Prepare for the conversation before you go and talk to them. Have your notes, of course, your research should already be done, but prepare for the conversation. I'm a caregiver, these are my struggles, this is what I need help with. Have it written down before you go and talk to them. Preparation makes the conversation go better, and then it makes you relax, and it makes the employer more open to being able to help you, because now they see you've done your research and you really need the help. So that was number 2. Number 3, stay professional. A lot of times when we are talking about family, we get very emotional. And so, you don't want to go in there, and I've been guilty of it too. You get emotional, you start crying, they're trying to help you, and it doesn't make a good situation. You need to go in there and be professional and say, this is what's happening. This is where I need help. I still want to be a great part of the team. I still want to be able to help and to implement, but these are my challenges now that's stopping me from being, a great employee and an impact to the company, and I don't want to lose my job, and this is where I need help. So that's where you be professional. It's hard, but particularly when you have someone that you love dearly that is at home sick. So go in there professional. Make sure you go in there professional. Tip number 4, find out what are the available resources. So you can look at things like flexible hours, working remotely, the employee assistance program, external caregivers, caregiver support groups, adult daycare programs. And then also too, your employer may have special reimbursement programs for caregiving services. So find out what the other resources are. Number 5, discuss how the employer will benefit. A lot of times caregiving has a negative impact on the employer and on the immediate circle that's connected to that person. That means that sometimes the people have to pick up their work because they're not able to work because of the sick loved one. So instead of it being a negative, you want to turn it into a positive. How would this benefit you if I'm at home? How would this benefit you if I had flexible hours? So make it a win for the employer, by offering, by saying, hey, if I do the flexible hours, then, you don't have to worry about me being late for work. You don't have to worry about me calling out sick. When I take my mom and dad to the doctor, I don't have to leave work and try to come back. These are the type of things that you offer to show them the benefits of, you working home, having flexible hours. So show the employer that. Number 6, present your solution. And what I'm saying is present your solution is that, okay, now that I've said, what the problem is, now these are the solutions that I'm bringing to you. And these solutions, like you said, going back to the one previous one before, how will this benefit the employer? I can be a good employee if, we select one of these solutions. So that's what you do. Let's recap the 6 tips for getting caregiving support from your employer. Number one, do your homework. Number 2, set the stage. Number 3, stay professional. Number 4, find out about available resources. Number 5, discuss how your employer will benefit. Number 6, present your solution. At the very end with meeting with your employer or HR, or if you meet with the boss and HR, at the end of the meeting, always say thank you for meeting with me. Always say thank you for listening. It makes a huge difference. It helps the employer connect with the employee, and then they know that you appreciate them for listening. Always say thank you at the end of the meeting, no matter what. Even in the interview, you say thank you. But in this case too as well, you say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for this. And I know that we will come to a solution for this. And I'm looking forward to continuing working for the company. That's how you leave the meeting at the end. These are just some of the tips for getting caregiver support from your employer. If you think of something that I haven't told you, please put down in the comment section what is maybe a tip that you have used or someone else that may have used that I didn't cover, and I'll make a video on it. Once again, I am Ros Jones, the CEO and owner of Jacksonville's Best Caregivers, where we provide 4 levels of specialized care to your loved one: sitter, homemaker, companion, home health aide, and certified nursing assistant. When you can't do it all, you give us a call. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe right below. And thank you all so much for subscribing. We are going through the roof in our numbers. So once again, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.